Now third thing, the interior of a conductor can have no excess charge in the static situation. So this is quite simple. Suppose you have a piece of conductor, let us say any iron piece. So you know that in a static situation there cannot be excessive charge. The number of negative charges must be balanced by number of positive charges. Hence there is no excess charge in a static situation. If you touch a piece of a metal, do you feel any kind of current? No. Why? Because in a static situation the number of negative charges is equal to number of positive charges. Hence this is balanced out. When the conductor is charged, now if the conductor becomes charged, okay, let us say previously it was not charged, it was not charged, so the number of negative charges must be equal to number of positive charges. Now let us take a situation when the conductor is charged, we have somehow charged this conductor, then the excess charge can reside only on the surface. The excess charge, let us say if we positively charge this conductor somehow by rubbing or some friction, then this extra charge must be only on the surface, not on the inside. The inside charge will always be equal and balanced out. Hence there is no excess charge inside or interior. There is no excess charge. Inside charge is always balanced. So we can say for any conductor, if this conductor is charged, so then inside there is no charge imbalance, all the charge is only at the boundary or the surface. Okay, inside the charges are balanced. There is no net charge at any point inside the conductor and any excess charge must reside at the surface only. So this is very important point. So all the extra charge resides only on the surface, not inside. This is third important point for the electrostatics of conductor. Now fourth point, electrostatic potential is constant throughout the volume of the conductor and has same value as inside and on the surface. This we have already seen when we solved the case of a thin spherical shell. We saw that for thin spherical shell that electric field inside was 0 and potential was somehow equal. Okay, even on the surface we say that the potential inside till surface is equal to V naught or same throughout. So same thing they are saying again, electrostatic potential is constant throughout the volume of conductor. So this is the volume and has the same value inside. So they are again, see, they are talking about the electrostatic potential. Field inside is 0 but potential is constant, because if there is a constant potential then there must be no field. Okay, zero field does not mean that potential is also 0. Potential is somehow constant. Let us say this is 3 volt plus, this is also 3 volt plus, then there is nothing positive, nothing negative, there will be no field, but this does not mean that potential is 0. So potential is already there, so let us say this potential to be V naught and it is constant inside as well as on the surface. Now E0 is equal to 0 inside the conductor, that we know. There is no potential. Why? Because there is no potential difference between any 2 points inside or on the surface of conductor. So this we know that E is equal to 0 inside the conductor because there is no potential difference inside or on the surface of conductor. If there is a potential difference on the surface of conductor, what will happen? Again, if we move charge from here to there, then some work needs to be done. Some work needs to be done. Hence, this will not remain the equipotential surface. If the potential is different on the surface, then some work needs to be done. So hence it will not remain an equipotential surface. So potential on the surface of a conductor is always the same. A common example is that if you take a line wire or phase wire, so if you measure the potential here, if you measure the potential, in common language potential is called voltage. Voltage at this place, voltage at this place, and voltage at third place. Will the voltage be differed? No, voltage will remain same at point 1, point 2 and point 3. So this potential will be same inside as well as on the surface of conductor, but the field inside the conductor will be 0. E is equal to 0 because potential is constant. And we will see this in a simple example. The common example is this, very common example. Let us say if we have two wire, this is phase, this is neutral. So if you touch both the wires, or if you are standing on the ground and if you touch this phase wire, if you touch this phase wire and you are standing on the ground, so what will happen? This ground is at potential 0 in comparison to this phase. This phase has a potential V1. So there is a potential difference, hence there is a electric field. So since there is a potential difference, delta V is equal to V1 minus 0 is equal to V1. There is a potential difference. If there is a potential difference, there must be non-zero electric field. As soon as there is non-zero electric field, so the electron will start drifting and there will be a current, and because of that current to be non-zero, you will die. You will die or you will get a shock. Now let us see an example of a bird. What will happen in case of a bird? So if a bird is there, so since this is phase, this is neutral and this is earth, ground. So again voltage here is V1, here it is 0, neutral is also 0. Let us say in comparison to this, here it is V1. If a bird sits on this phase wire, so what happens? It is having both its leg, birds both this leg here on this phase wire. Both the legs are on phase wire. So for both his leg, the potential difference is equal to delta V is equal to V1 minus V1 is equal to 0. But for you, the potential difference, one hand on the phase wire, another is on earth. So there is a potential difference. So for bird, since both his legs are on same wire, so potential difference is 0, electric field is also 0. Potential difference is 0 or potential remains same. Potential is same for both the legs, hence there is no electric field. Current is also 0 because of no movement of electron, and bird will not get a shock. Bird will not get a shock. Fifth thing, the electric field at the surface of a charged conductor is E is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught into unit vector R. N hat is a unit vector normal to the surface of the outward direction. So again we always take the normal which is always the outward direction, and if you remember, this sigma is the surface charge density. We discussed about three charge density: lambda, linear, sigma, surface, rho, volume. Volume charge density, surface charge density, and this one is linear charge density. Again, how this is done? This is proven with the help of Gauss law. With the help of Gauss law. So if you take this surface and put a very small tablet like kind of thing, this medicine pill. So height is very less, and it has a surface this area. Circular area is delta S. Again from Gauss law, E delta S also has a this direction. E delta S is equal to charge enclosed. So charge enclosed is sigma into delta S and divided by epsilon naught. So delta S cancel out. E is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught.